but as welcome as those resources are and that platform is for this kind of very storytelling that we're talking about, I think those, Nicole, you arrived on the scene with Dead Calm, Hugh, Four Weddings and a Funeral, those wonderful kind of one-off movies that people would go see in a theater. Is there a space for that kind of movie in this ecosystem now, do you feel? I'd like to hear from both of you
Please.
quickly on that.
Well, I hope
Well,
so. I love
yeah.
the cinema. I think that's where it's really at, and I'm a celluloid too. I don't really approve of digital. It's a bit, there's something antiseptic about it, and when you watch a film with an audience, it's there's something going on. There's a special feeling in the room, and I think we all spend too much time watching screens by ourselves or with our little close bubbles. Enough.
Yeah, and I mean, just the idea of there is certain films that need to be seen on a big screen with a huge group. There's stories that you can sit and snuggle in your bed and watch um, on your computer or on TV and just sort of and they work that way. But I mean, just recently I went over to, and that was as part of supporting women, but also supporting auteurs and being able to say there is still going to be those directors that are going to want to work on those big landscapes and tell these stories that warrant being seen on a big screen. And so I went to Belfast, which I think is where you are now, right, Hugh? Are
Yeah.
you in Belfast? Yeah. And I
I'm in
worked with Records on this film called The Northman, which is, you know, it's a huge film, but it has to be seen on the big screen. And he shoots at things in one shot. I mean, he is cinema. And I was really frightened to do it. It was during the pandemic. I was like, I remember asking you, Hugh, what's the numbers like over there? Is it? And I was deeply frightened. And I went, God, but I'm still going. I'm insane, but I'm also committed, and I hated the idea of letting them down. And so just that thing of, I think now, as much as we're also saying get behind changing, in terms of women and the parity there, it's also get behind the auteurs now and go, yeah, I'll go over to who knows where for some amount of time because I want you to get your movie made. And that's a big thing that we can do as actors.